I don't buy toilet paper. I use newspapers that we get free in town. Pick up one sheet, you don't need more than that. You crumple it up, you use it, and then you put it, when you get done, into this bag.
It's not very often on this channel that I tell you guys, hey, for this video, maybe don't eat while you watch it. But today we're watching Extreme Cheapskates, which is probably the grossest show I do cover. I try not to cover stuff that's gross in general, but Extreme Cheapskates just always ends up being that way.
Now, to save money, I multitask with washing dishes and cooking meals with my dishwasher.
And today we're specifically taking a look at Season 2, Episode 4. It is a hillbilly cheapskate, and it's well, as usual, it's a hard watch. So let's not waste any time, and let's just jump right into it. There's nothing more a show can do to tell you somewhere is in the middle of nowhere than to have a rooster fucking make noise.
If I can get something for free, I'd rather do that any time than shelling out $1. My family and I are so cheap that we all share one tub of water a day. We don't have cooties. We're never that dirty. It just makes sense to use the same water.
If I had a nickel for every time we saw an episode of a show where a family reused bath water.
We are very conservative with water because we realize it's such a precious commodity. We'll bathe twice during a week.
I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, it's just weird that it's happened twice. Also, you may be wondering, what is that olive oil and baking soda for? Don't worry, they never address it.
I'm Melody Rose, and I'm a hillbilly cheapskate.
Maybe I'm thinking too hard about this. Please stop me if I am. But don't you think the people on these shows wouldn't identify as being a cheapskate? Like, they would think what they're doing is completely normal, and you're being too lavish. I'm not cheap, you're wasteful.
I'm Melody Rose, and I'm a hillbilly cheapskate.
But not only are they cheapskates, they are self-proclaimed hillbilly cheapskates, which checks out. Remember the rooster.
Sometimes I actually do want to take my own shower here and there. Can't really do much because my parents like to save water.
And of course the kids on these shows are always like, yeah, you know, I'd rather not live in this hellscape I've been given, called a life, but fuck.
Think about how much water a bathtub uses. I bet there's probably...
What the hell is this show's fixation on showing feet? I feel like every episode of this we watch, they just hold on to a shot of someone's grippers for far too long.
Think about how much water a bathtub uses. I bet there's probably, 20, 25 gallons? 4 of us, that's 100 gallons a day. I mean, think about it. How stupid is that?
Okay, I guess, yeah, when you put it like that, but do you have to take a bath every day? Does everyone in your family have to take a bath specifically? Can no one take a shower? I know for sure. Okay, I don't know for sure, but I'm making a very, very heavy educated guess that showers take up less water than a bath.
I ration our shampoo and body wash. I just pour about that much in there. Oh, that's enough for a month.
You know, at first I was like, oh, okay, I guess they're all gonna make that soap last all day. Nope, month. A month. Have you ever gone grocery shopping, spent maybe an hour doing so, driving home, unpacking, about to throw together dinner just to find out you forgot the most crucial item? Well, the old me would have just had a nap for dinner, but now I reach for my phone and I use the sponsor of today's video, DoorDash. Now, while many of you have probably used DoorDash for ordering takeout, they can help you out with so much more, whether that be getting your full week of groceries or some last-minute items. From fresh produce, meat, cleaning supplies, even pet essentials, they've got it all, and it's all delivered to you through DoorDash right to your front door. I really have been using them a lot for this, mainly because I often forget things. I always forget things, it helps me out so much. The app lets you customize your order, substitute items if needed, or even schedule deliveries ahead. Plus, they let you track your order in real time so you know exactly when it will arrive. And I love that because personally, I always use the leave at my door option because, well, if you knock, he bark. And I don't want that to happen. So guys, next time if you find yourself forgetting that one item or staring at a sad empty fridge, just open the DoorDash app, order what you need, and you're all set. And right now, if you use my code CHRIS50 at the link in my description, you'll get 50% off up to $10 when you spend $15 or more at convenience, groceries, or select retail stores. So guys, go check them out. I hope you do. Stock up or top off, whatever it may be. I want to thank DoorDash for sponsoring, and now back to the video.
By rationing her family's use of soap and shampoo, Melody manages to keep bottles for over 6 months.
You know, I bring this up for a lot of shows that do feature kids on them. I wonder which show would be the worst to, like, be on and then have to go to school the next day. I think this one is up there, especially when it's just like, they're just showing you take a bath. A dirty, 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 filthy, awful bath. Did you guys see Dylan on TV the other night? Taking a fucking bath, and they showed his feet and everything.
I don't buy toilet paper. I use newspapers that we get free in town. Pick up 1 sheet, you don't need more than that. You crumple it up, you use it, and then you put it, when you get done, into this bag.
Hey, what's black and white and red all over? That fucking newspaper when they're done scraping their ass with it.
And when this bag's full, we take it out and burn it.
I don't know what's worse, the fact that they're just, in the first place, using newspaper as toilet paper, or the fact that until they fill up that grocery bag, they just have a bag full of shitty newspaper just sitting there in their home. Until it just fills up and they can take it outside to burn, and you know that they're really filling up that bag. They're doing the thing when you kind of push your trash down to get some more life out of the bag, and you know when they set that thing ablaze in the backyard, that is sending up smoke signals like a tire fire.
Now, sometimes I've come in here, I've got boys in the family that don't always replace newspapers. I've insulated this window with newspapers, keeps the light out, helps with heating and cooling.
I can't really pinpoint why, but I don't like that either.
We try to keep our electric bill as low as possible by making sure the lights are not being used.
Are you getting enough water?
I hope so.
I can wash a laundry basket full of dirty clothes as fast as a electric washing machine.
We just want the smells and the dirt out.
So essentially, this family is living like Charlie's family from Willy Wonka, in more ways than just this. You will see later. I mean, they're hand washing their clothes, which, if I'm being honest, I'm pretty sure Charlie's mom had a better hand washing setup than this family does.
It gets us out doing something together. There was no reason to waste our money on the other staff.
Like what, that ginormous Blu-ray collection you have? You have a Blu-ray collection, yet you're still forcing your family to wipe with the periodicals. One ply.
By doing her laundry outside, Melody saved herself $2,000 on a washing machine.
Besides zoom in on people's feet, there's nothing this show loves to do more than to just take the most expensive of something and use that price to compare to what they're saving. $2,000 for a washing machine? Yeah, you can spend $2,000 on a washing machine, or you can just spend way less on one. Just like that one vacation episode I covered, and I got a lot of shit for this, by the way, but when they said that a gym membership is $600 a year, yeah, it could be $600 a year, or you could just go to a much cheaper gym.
We had a small chest freezer that went out, and instead of just throwing it away, we come up with the idea of burying it in the ground.
We got some eggs. This here is some home butchered pig.
Okay, if there is anyone missing in the general area, start the search with that freezer.
Oh, I definitely see why some people see our behaviors as over the top, but I don't care about being normal.
I mean, if you did care, you wouldn't go on a TLC show in the first place.
I think my parents are a little obsessed with being cheapskates.
Was he reading that line? Because he just like turned off camera and was like, yeah, my mom can be a cheapskate.
After a while, it just became a challenge and say, hey, let's see how much we can save this week. And we just kind of made it a game, and it just barrel rolled from there.
Oh, what a shitty game that is.
The most extreme thing I ever did to save on medical costs or any kind of costs like that is I removed my own teeth. If I have a cavity, I just take a little chisel and a hammer, and I sit there and chip it and chip it and chip it until I can knock it out. Every once in a while, I've been known to take it and whack it really hard. You get knocked out for a minute, you come to and you finish.
Look, I don't know what you expect, alright? The dental plan she's on saves money, not teeth. Also, this has to be the most bullshit made-up thing that I've seen on this show yet. Her saying that she fucking chisels her teeth out of her mouth and sometimes goes unconscious.
Thanks to all of her cost-saving measures, Melody and her family get by on just $1,000 a month. But her expenses are about to double with a visit from her daughter, son-in-law, and their 3 kids.
So now the best part about any Extreme Cheapskates episode is when people who aren't in the family have to watch in horror. In this case, her daughter and her family are coming to visit. And after what we've seen so far, I think this would have to be like a honey, let's get a hotel kind of thing.
We have a 72-foot trailer, and I would say half of it is closed off. We all share a bedroom. We only utilize this one. The rest of the house we blocked off to save on heating and cooling. There's 4 of us sleeping here on this king-size bed.
Remember when I said that in more ways than one, this family was Charlie's family from Willy Wonka? This is the other reason. They totally like Charlie's grandparents it in bed every night.
I do have 2 other bedrooms, but I am not willing to use that part of my house. I'm not going to do that. We're going to have to figure out another place for her to sleep that's not going to cost us any money. A lot of people would have, found a rental house or something like that while they were waiting. People were acting like, oh my gosh, you lived in a tent for 3 months? These are the same people who go pay to stay at a resort. I mean, why don't you just give me a $1 bill and let me burn it for you?
It honestly feels ridiculous to try and poke holes in any of the arguments of any of the people on any of these shows, but I'm gonna try. They act like every dollar spent must be a life or death situation, and you can't maybe just set aside some money and go to a nice resort. Because I could look at this and say, oh, where'd you get that tent? A camping supply store? You might as well give me a $1 bill and I'll burn it in front of you.
My daughter's lifestyle is very different from ours. Once she moved away, she moved off to a city, and she's wasteful.
Our daughter's lifestyle is very different from ours. Mainly, the fact that she has a lifestyle.
But my daughter has to have hot water, so we're gonna have to figure a way to heat it, and I'm not gonna let us turn on the hot water heater. Honey, we gotta find that old horse trough.
Okay.
Brandy is not gonna take a bath in our bath water. And you know
Why?
her, honey, after 4 of us have been in there, she says it's a ghost. You know how she is.
All right.
Yeah, she doesn't want to get in that stew that you guys have been cooking up all week.
But it has a big hole in the bottom.
Probably line this with plastic.
Let's take it around front. I think just right out here.
Okay.
Honestly, not that bad of a setup. A tetanus shot or 2, and you're all good.
Look who's coming. Yeah.
Grandbaby's here, grandbaby's here.
Yeah, buddy.
Look over on your left. See the tent? That's where we're gonna stay. That's my new home if you get my bedroom for 2 weeks.
Oh, Mom, you really shouldn't have. You shouldn't have done any of this.
We got you a nice hot bath outside for y'all to take. We've been boiling water. See? We're trying to accommodate you where you'll be happy.
Yeah, don't you like it?
Put his feet in there. He can take a nice bath. Dip him in there. Let him see. It'll be okay.
Yeah, it's safe. Go ahead, dip your baby in there. Steep your baby in there like a bag of tea. You know what? Better here. See, oh shit.
Always that extreme. They used to just do little stuff, but all of a sudden it kind of got extreme. It's just kind of like almost a contest to see how much money they can save.
Now what they've been saying so far is that it didn't start off this bad. It never does. And it's progressively gotten to this point, which I can't imagine if it keeps going in that direction where it's going to be in like 5 years. Because I could see it heading towards intervention or hoarders. Honestly, it's just the classic TLC to A&E pipeline.
She knew what she was getting in for when she said she's coming for 2 weeks.
But now it's time for dinner, and as you would expect, not going to be an easy watch. Honestly, they're just eating whatever the boys killed in the woods that day.
Squirrel dumplings. Boys shot a couple of squirrels earlier, so squirrel dumplings. Frog legs, too. They got some frogs. Nice plump ones.
And after that, we get to hear from the daughter, who looks like she's been crying. I'm not even joking. I think she was crying before they filmed this.
I highly doubt my parents will ever change their cheapskate ways now that they've adapted to it.
I don't think there's a limit at all to how far I'll go to save money.
Well, guys, that was Extreme Cheapskates. Once again, part, who knows, 7? Probably not. Probably like 4. I don't fucking know. No way to find out. Technology simply doesn't exist. Never will. But anyways, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, don't forget to like down below. comment, subscribe if you're new and you enjoyed. Don't forget to check out my merch at the store tab or chrisjames.shop. Thank you once again to DoorDash for sponsoring. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.